Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are digging into a really smart business structure, one that kinda hits the perfect sweet spot for a lot of entrepreneurs. We're talking about the Limited Liability Partnership, or LLP.
All right, let's paint a picture. You've got this amazing business idea, right? You've even got a partner to build it with, but then you hit that first big hurdle. How do you actually structure this thing? I mean, this isn't just paperwork. It's a decision that's going to affect everything, from your personal finances to how you run the business day to day.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at that founder's dilemma. Then, we'll see how the LLP swoops in to save the day. We'll break down its best features, walk through how to build one, and finally, put it up against the other options out there.
Okay, let's dive right in. Look, to really get why the LLP is such a big deal, you first have to understand the problem it was created to fix. And it all comes down to this classic tug-of-war for founders: risk versus complexity.
For the longest time, if you were starting a business with someone, you had two main choices. And honestly, neither was perfect. Option 1, a traditional partnership. Super easy to start, right? But, and this is a huge but, if the business racks up debt, creditors can come after your personal stuff. Yeah, your house, your car, everything. Then you've got option 2, a full-blown company. This protects your personal assets, which is great, but suddenly you're drowning in paperwork, strict rules, and endless meetings. It's a lot.
So what's a founder to do? I mean, what if there was a way to get the safety net of a company, but with the simplicity of a partnership? Well, that's exactly where the LLP comes in. It was literally designed to be the perfect hybrid.
And this is the key thing to remember. An LLP isn't just a partnership with a few extra rules. No. It's a completely different beast. It's a true hybrid, specifically built to take the best parts of being a company and the best parts of being a partnership and mash them together.
Now, if you look at the legal definition, it's pretty simple. It's just a partnership formed under the LLP Act of 2008. But don't let that fool you. Behind that simple line of text is a whole new playbook that gives business owners an amazing amount of flexibility and security.
All right, so we keep talking about this best of both worlds thing, but how does the LLP actually pull it off? Let's get into the nitty-gritty and look at its core features.
First up, and this one is huge, it's a separate legal entity. This idea is borrowed straight from the world of big corporations. Basically, the law sees the LLP as its own person, totally separate from the people who own it.
So what does that actually mean? Well, it means the LLP itself can own property, sign contracts, even get sued, all in its own name. The business's assets and debts are separate from your personal ones. This is a complete 180 from a traditional partnership where you and the business are legally the same thing.
Okay, next feature, and this one is all about stability. It's something called perpetual succession.
Sounds fancy, but it's a simple idea. The business can live on forever, even if the founders don't. Partners can retire, leave, or pass away, but the LLP itself just keeps on going. Think about it. That kind of continuity is absolutely crucial if you're trying to build something that lasts.
And now for the main event. The feature that's literally in the name. The all-important limited liability. Honestly, this is the reason most people choose this structure.
The law puts it pretty clearly. The liabilities of the LLP belong to the LLP. That's it. That's the magic sentence. It means the business debts stay with the business. Your personal liability is limited only to the money you agree to put in. Your house, your savings, they're protected. That is a massive weight off your shoulders.
Okay, so this sounds pretty great, right? But how do you actually go about setting one up? Let's look at what you need to get started.
First things first, you need partners. You gotta have at least 2. But what's really cool is there's no upper limit. You can have as many as you want, and it's super flexible. A partner can be a person, or it can even be another company.
Now, among all your partners, at least 2 of them need to be designated partners. Just think of them as the responsible ones, kind of like directors in a company. Their job is to make sure all the legal I's are dotted and T's are crossed.
And there's one little catch. At least one of those designated partners has to be a resident in India. And the law is super specific here. That means they had to have been in the country for at least 182 days in the year before.
So, what's the actual process like? Well, it's pretty straightforward. You prepare an incorporation document. That's just a form with all the basics. The LLP's name, what it does, who the partners are. Everyone signs it, you file it with the registrar, pay the fees, and boom. Once they issue the certificate, your LLP is officially open for business.
All right, now that we know what an LLP is and how you make one, let's do the final showdown. Let's put it side by side with the alternatives and see how it really stacks up. First, Let's compare it to a good old traditional partnership, and wow, the difference is night and day. With an LLP, you get that limited liability protection, the business can live on forever, and you can have unlimited partners. It's just a huge step up in every way, from safety to your ability to grow.
Okay, now what about against a full-blown company? This is where you really see the flexibility of the LLP. You don't need a formal board of directors, the partners run the show. You might not even need a mandatory audit, and you can skip all those compulsory annual meetings. You get the protection of a company without all the red tape. It's brilliant.
And that really brings us back to the main point, doesn't it? The LLP does exactly what it promises. It gives you that corporate shield to protect your personal assets, but it lets you operate with the freedom and ease of a partnership.
So as you're thinking about your next big idea, maybe that venture you're dreaming up, is this hybrid model, the LLP, the right foundation for you? It's a structure that totally changed the game for entrepreneurs by offering a balanced, flexible, and secure way to build a business. It's definitely a powerful option to consider. That's all for this explainer. Thanks for watching.